Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 10 German battleship, the Grosser Kurfürst. Patch 0.10.7 is finally here, which means that we've finally got our secondary buffs. Obviously, this calls for playing the Grosser Kurfürst with a full secondary build effectively. In fact, I even didn't take Concealment Expert to make our secondary close quarters combat abilities better. Some of you might be wondering, where was I? And I became really ill. I had a really high fever, and speaking hurt. I recovered, but I can't really say fully, because over the last, I don't know, 10 days, maybe more, it's been this kind of weird limbo situation where I feel fine, but sometimes my throat still hurts a little bit. It's odd. Anyway, I figured enough time has passed that I'm probably gonna be alright. And so I decided to make a video again. And also, looking at the minimap, which you probably didn't, just as I didn't, there's a destroyer! A Grosser at 6 kilometers, so obviously Hydro is up immediately, and we're just gonna secondary the hell out of that DD. Oh, her torps are actually gonna miss, right? My ship is simply just gonna sail out of them. This is pretty much perfect, because the map edge is there as well. It means that the Grosser can't get out of my Hydro range, so she's pretty screwed right now. And that's goodbye, Grosser. I guess I didn't really even need my main guns for that one, but just to make certain. By the way, I am down to 33,000 HP. I mean, sure, we got that destroyer and all. I avoided all of those torpedoes, and yet I've still taken 72,000 damage. That's really bad, and I need to kite away. The only ship that's anywhere even close to me that could support me is that Goliath, and right now actually I'm regretting going fully secondaries or close quarters combat. I would really like to have that Concealment Expert right now, because my concealment range is 15.9 kilometers on the surface, and that Kremlin is at 15 kilometers. If I had Concealment Expert, I'd be unspotted, but I'm not, because I don't have Concealment Expert. Oh boy. Unfortunate, but I got another heal off, and now I'm already far away enough so that if necessary I can disappear. So I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna survive this. Elsewhere on the map, it's fine. We're controlling, well, some of the center. It doesn't look like we're doing badly, especially because there's so many enemies over there. Look, there's a Kremlin, a Republik, a Venezia, and, you know, Grosser was taken out over here. So I think we're in a pretty decent spot, at least as far as this side is concerned. And that Kremlin is actually gonna go down soon. I'm gonna turn around and start going closer again. Ideally, I'd like to get some more of my HP back, another heal, but obviously that's another 60 seconds away. So I'm gonna turn enough so that I'm angled and then fire. I guess Kremlin's a bit too far, but I could launch a scout plane. Although I suppose if he disappears, then that's a bit more difficult. Oh! Unspotted when firing on the Republic. That's actually even better, because it's basically a free shot. And I mean, damage is damage, right? We're probably gonna enter the secondary range of that Republic, 12.5 kilometers. It's... although I suppose she might sink before that happens, but still. We're probably gonna get... yep, we're basically in secondary range already. Pretty amazing. Oh, I guess I should actually explain what the secondary buffs were. They're the same as far as I understand as they were on the PTS, which means that now the secondary ability, which improved secondary dispersion, actually has a buff that becomes better the longer secondaries fire at the target. And the secondaries become much more accurate than they were in the past. They become really accurate compared to before. And that just really feels amazing, honestly. Because secondaries will hit when you're in an extended secondary fight. Man, this isn't too good. I have my heal going, but I'm still down to 33k HP. But I suppose we're gonna finish that Kremlin off though. She's gonna be in secondary range, 12.5 in a moment. And then our secondaries will start devastating her. The problem is the Venezia behind the Kremlin. Because I need to angle... Well, I basically need to be perfectly bow on towards the Venezia to not get hit for like 6k damage every single salvo as a minimum. And considering I only have 15k HP, I would like to avoid that. So the problem with that is that when I point my bow directly towards the Venezia, and since they're both next to one another, my secondaries won't be firing. And that's really unfortunate. Okay, we got the Kremlin. Okay, I guess we need to show a little more side here so that we can slip between the two torpedoes. And hopefully the secondaries do something, but I am really worried with my current HP on what Venezia salvos will do to me. Okay, the Yamato that was on my broadside was taken out. That's perfect. By the way, we haven't lost a single ship so far. My heal's up again, so I'm unlikely to lose my ship for a while. Still, showing too much side is really risky against the Venezia. Her salvos will deal a lot of damage. And my main guns aren't the greatest at dealing damage to her, but if I just keep my bow pointed towards her, she'll have a hell of a time dealing damage to me. Right now I just think I can get away with showing a little side, and then we're turning back again, because Venezia fires. That was still almost 6k damage. I can't take many of those salvos. Maybe I'll use the island to turn away and just go elsewhere on the map, because chasing a Venezia is gonna be supremely annoying, especially once she gets out of the secondary range where she won't really worry about the threat. On top of that, she's gonna have torps again, which is okay. Well, there they are. I suppose they're not gonna be much of a problem. Oh, I got shot at by the Conqueror. Yeah, we definitely need to turn around then. I can't keep chasing the Venezia. Oh, wow. Maybe I don't need to. Nah, I should turn around. Right now I can do that safely because of the islands, so I'm gonna take my chance. I don't think I can chase down that Venezia. Especially since the Conqueror is gonna be a big problem. Aww, the rear turrets were eaten by the island. Really unfortunate. Come on, keep turning. Okay, that was actually lucky. Only 3000 damage taken. And my heal is up again. Excellent. A single ship has a hell of a time finishing somebody off, doesn't she? I mean, I have trouble finishing that Venezia off, but she has trouble finishing me off either. Or as well. If she had just like one ship to help her, I would have already been dead by this point. Is that a Harugumo? Yeah, that's a Harugumo firing on me. Okay. Interesting choice. Man, islands are so good right now. They just keep me so safe. That was my last heal though, so I only have... Oh, never mind. I wanted to say I only have 24k HP, so fighting the Conqueror might be a bit of an issue, but I suppose if they just delete the Conqueror, then it's fine. Can I take a decent shot on the Venezia? You never know what she does, and at this kind of range, she can dodge in all kinds of ways. But considering the only ships left on the enemy team are the two destroyers and the Venezia, I should probably turn around and start going towards her again. I do have a scout plane that I can use to actually hit her on the border. The question is, what is she gonna do on the border? She could end up doing maneuvers which make it difficult to hit her, and it's hard to see because she's in a smoke screen. So I'm just gonna guess. Oh wow, we still hit her in the smoke screen, but these are gonna miss as a result. But I was hedging my bets anyway. I'm gonna take another shot in the smoke screen. I'm guessing it's going to go forward, so maybe something like that. She'll probably get out from the map border, or off the map border. So I aimed slightly lower. Let's see how I do. And we hit her again. That's amazing, actually. I did not expect to hit her like this. But we're gonna... well, the destroyers are dead. It is simply this Venezia. It's all a question of who finishes her off. I think she's gonna keep turning in. And this is probably my last salvo anyway. Because if I don't finish her, somebody else will. Well, we hit her, but it's a ricochet. And one of the cruisers, I think, took her out. But this was a pretty damn great game. It didn't showcase the secondaries too much, although I suppose you could consider it against the destroyer. Because that was the secondaries that killed that DD. 2117 base XP, 147k damage. I played this on the Russian server. Detailed report, 33k damage with the secondaries only. But that's alright. Look at this. 11k secondary damage on the Grosser. I only did 3000 damage with my main guns. Oh, actually, I guess you should add the fire damage to the secondaries too. That's amazing. It did take a lot of damage this game. I mean, look. 80k damage from that Venezia. That Venezia just fired SAP at me non-stop. But 3 million potential damage. I am satisfied. These are the captain skills that I used. Emergency repair specialist, grease the gears. Secondary range. Then obviously emergency repair expert. Manual secondary battery aiming. This is the new skill. And then adrenaline rush. I did take close quarters combat, but I think I should have swapped it to concealment expert. I mean, we saw in this match that my 15.9 kilometer concealment could have easily gotten me killed. Upgrades, I used the special upgrade because this improves my main battery reload and my secondary battery reload. It does decrease my main battery range, but I think that'll be alright. Then concealment, damage control, secondary range, hydro, and secondary survivability. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.